Hi everyone, this is skill development activity number 3. I want to go ahead and create a quick, a series of videos like I've done before to help you kind of work your way through a process to create a landscape visualization. So the techniques that I'm going to be teaching you here today are going to lead to the creation of the image that you see here on the screen. And so basically we're creating, this walk in the woods scene, and we're doing so by pulling in images that I went and pulled off of Google Images, right? And so these are readily available images online. I was able to download them, use them to pull them together into composition. You can see that things like the path came from one image. We certainly have, background layers that came from another image. We have some trees, a person that came, I've photoshopped in here or copied in here. Certainly have some of these foreground trees that are used in clumps. Again, these are all elements that I've pulled together. They're also all available. All of the images that you're going to use today are available on D2L. So in order to get started, I'm going to go ahead and set this drawing off to the side. I want you to go ahead and create a new document for me. And so what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you create an image and so again, just make sure you follow me. Under File, you go to New. For right now, I'm going to leave it untitled, although I'll save it here in a minute to make sure it's in the right format. And so just because of how the image is lined up, I want you to create this 18 inches wide, 9 inches tall. The reason for this, and resolution 200, the reason for this is that we tend to, when you're creating an image like this, you want to oversize the image initially, and then later you can, after you've made all the changes and then you flatten the image, then you can resize it to be appropriate for whatever application you want to use it for. By keeping it larger to start with, it means that you're unlikely to pixelate the image later on. Alright, and so here's my image. To get started, I actually want to go ahead and create a frame on this. And so I'm going to come in and I'm going to grab, if you don't have your rulers on, remember you grab them under View, Rulers. And I'm going to go ahead and pull in rulers at 2 inches, 16 inches, and then I want a 1/2 inch and a 1/2 inch here at the bottom. What we're going to do there is we're going to go ahead and create a new layer, and we're going to go ahead and add a frame. And what this frame is it's a way that allows us to go ahead and create a white boundary layer around the exterior of our image. And so the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to go ahead and select my rectangular marquee tool, and then go ahead and select the top. I'm going to hold the Shift key. You'll see a little plus come up, and then I'll keep holding the Shift key. I'll add the top, and I'll add the top. And add the bottom. So now what I want to do, if I were to go ahead and just to show you visually what I'm up to here, is I'm going to go ahead and use the paint bucket on this new layer, and I'm going to drop this in. But to be honest, I actually want this to be white in the end, so I'm going to go ahead and create that. Then, again, using your marquee tool, you can click anywhere. It looks like you didn't create anything, right? And so, but let's go ahead and add a drop shadow to this. And so I'm going to add a drop shadow. I'm going to go ahead and make my adjustments like that, and you'll see that there's a little bit of a shadow. Basically, I created a shadow box within which we're going to dump all of our imagery, we're going to move them around, and we're going to use this as our workspace. Alright, now that I've got that done, I'm going to go ahead and stop, and I'll go ahead and pick up on the next video with getting started and bringing in and manipulating the imagery.